Ron Goodall from FightHype.com. I'm here with my man, Bullet. How's it going?
Shoot 'em up, bang, bang, bang. You know what it is. Murder, 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 kill, kill, kill.
You know, another good day. You know, training a lot of up and coming big talents.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right next to me right now, we got Jacob Cuevas. You know, he's getting ready to go pro this year. We're done with the amateurs with him, so
wow.
we're getting ready to take it to the pro level too. His style is such a pro style that, you know, there's no more Olympics anyway. So shit, might as well get him ready to get some straps and some money. You know what I mean? Instead of he's getting older, stronger. He's sparring big names. Champions and shit like that as well now, so it's hard to spar those guys and then go fight an amateur style.
Yeah,
it doesn't add up. So between me and his father Cisco, you know, we decided that it's about that time that we crossed over.
You know, and the fact that, you know, I didn't even realize I stumbled across, but the day that, you know, Robert was sparring Linares, so was he.
Yeah, he sparred 6, Robert sparred 6. You know, they gave him, you know, a good 12 rounds every time that he asked for, and he really appreciated that. Linares is still sharp as hell. You know what I'm saying? And for him to work with these guys and see that these guys are he was so grateful for the work. Like, he was excited after each sparring session. That's why I told Cisco, like, hey, bro, it's time for this kid to go, you know, time to go pro too, you know?
You know, and the fact that even Linares was saying he wished he had the sparring prior to
the Devin Haney fight or other fights, you know, because a lot of times you don't get to work with young, sharp guys with that IQ. You go look for older fighters, somebody like that, but then sometimes the work that you're looking for is somewhere you don't expect it to be. And he didn't expect that work from Jacob and Robert Merriweather, you know what I'm saying? But he got it and he embraced it, and he was happy to speak of it.
You know, and seeing the fact that, you know, you train so many up and coming kids, you know, and, you know, for right now, people know you mostly publicly for training Rolly, but you have all different type of styles.
Yes.
There's so many different, you know,
levels. I got so many different levels, you know what I'm saying? As far as amateurs to just starting pro as a prospect to, you know, guys with, Zarina got 6 belts. Rolly won the interim, he fought for the world title. We got guys doing things at different levels, you know what I mean?
Now, you know, when it comes to training, there's so many things that you have to look at. Like, obviously, everyone's different styles, but how do you get them to, you know, I don't want to say like motivate, because everyone has different motivations, but like, what do you need to do to make sure that you're a great trainer? And
I'm able to adjust and adapt. That's me. No two fighters gonna fight the same. No two fighters the same DNA, like none of them have the same fingerprint. You know, so in a fighter's mind, he may not want to do this, he may not want to do that, but he does something good. Okay, whatever you do good, let's perfect that and fine tune that and make you great at that. Then down the line, we can add in the other styles and things, but we want you to be comfortable as a fighter within your own body, within your own mind, your own spirit, because it's a warrior that's inside that's not tangible. You cannot touch it, you cannot see it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, and just, you know, outside of just yourself, you know, when you're training, is there other trainers that out there that like you look at like that's a good trainer?
There's a lot of good trainers that I look to, beside, up to, you know, get to where they're at. Like Nacho Berenstein, you know, people, he's in the Hispanic world, but he's one of the baddest mugs that ever did it. You know what I'm saying? You got Floyd Mayweather's uncle, Floyd Mayweather's dad.
Yeah.
Those guys never got the credit that they deserve as coach of the year or coach of the decade, whatever. And they got the baddest motherfucker on the planet. Still to this day, and took an L. You got Derek James, you know, undisputed.
Yeah.
You got Charlo, he got Spence. You know what I'm saying? He got Frank Martin, which got the prospect of the year. I think he's the coach of the year. You have, Calvin Ford. Yeah, we just fought them, but Calvin Ford and Tank Davis, what they're doing, that shit is monumental. You know what I'm saying? Calvin Ford, chips. They sell out stadiums. You got an undefeated one, the baddest motherfuckers at 35. Who else we got? Bivol. He dethroned Canelo.
Yeah.
In his own style. Nobody even know who his coach's name is. So when you think about I look at that day and they got coach of the year. I don't give a damn on everybody's list. Hands down, the coach of the year is me. I'm just playing. But coach of the year to me, and hands down to most people in this gym or any gym you go to, is Derek James or Calvin Ford. For 2022, we're not talking about coach of the month. We're not talking about coach for an event. We're talking about coach of the year. How many venues you sold out and how many wins you got. What is the status? Don't forget Bill Haney. Don't forget Bill Haney. He has the undisputed champion of the world, Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? People are so quick to discredit another person because of their biased opinions of other on who they like. You know, that's why I like to open up myself and really give the boxing world some real true honesty and transparency, and you know, give props to those that deserve it, give them their roses while they're alive. You know what I'm saying? You could give Emmanuel Stewart his credit, yeah, when he's dead. You give Freddie Roach his credit when he's dead. You know what I'm saying? But give it to them while they're alive. You know, Freddie Roach, look how great of a coach he is. You know, he got some accolades, but people don't see how great of a coach he is. You know what I'm saying? Shit, my man Ronnie Shields.
Yeah.
Ronnie Shields, man, I see a lot of things from Ronnie Shields, you know what I'm saying, that I love. You know what I'm saying? I see coaches in the gym in the lab all day. You're looking at, you know, Fernando Vargas. Shit, look at the other day, Tony Harrison with freaking Alicia Baumgartner.
Yeah.
Look at the work he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's still a fighter. So I give a shout out to all coaches, but my first ballot coach of the year is definitely Derek James or Calvin Ford. The reason why I will go Derek, because he has multiple fighters. You see what I'm saying? And Calvin has Tank, but he's doing bigger things with one guy. You know what I'm saying? And shit, like I said, Bivol trainer, man. I don't even know his name. But for him to dethrone Canelo,
yeah.
You know what I mean, that people don't talk about that.
I mean, you know, I think in that year, I mean, I had Derek James as trainer, you know, year, but some people had like, you know, runner-ups like a Bob Santos and things like that.
Like for me, if you're gonna be coach of the year, you know, it has to be somebody that you've been with for a whole year, 2 years or more. Somebody that just goes on to a fight with somebody, you're not his coach, you're not his trainer. You're getting credit for something that somebody else built. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not fair to other coaches that from the bottom up, building, baking that cake from scratch, scrabbling the eggs, putting it in the flour, you know? Put that shit in the oven, put the clock on it. These guys just come out and put the icing on the top and, oh, they coach of the year. That's not good. Whoever decided on those type of stuff, I think the coaches, we should decide amongst our own peers who the coach of the year is from here on out.
Maybe you can start it, because like,
like it really needs to be where we call Derek James, call Calvin, call, you know, fucking Eddie, call anybody.
Yeah.
Call Otis, call who you think is coach of the year this year and why. And it gotta be valid points. It gotta be in 3 areas at least, you know? Not politics. Because once they put something out there to the public, it sticks. And now they control that narrative. Oh, we just gotta sit there and take who you give us as coach of the year when we know better in our business. You know what I'm saying? That's like, and it's a whole other subject, that's like the Kardashian situation. He turns woman in 1 year and become woman of the year. How the fuck? You're not even a woman. You know what I'm saying? And these are things that, you know, when I say I speak in transparency, is because that's just what the fuck I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to hide behind nobody's politics or nothing like that. I just call it like I see it, because we really in these labs every day. And these coaches that work hard with amateurs, pros, and do what they do on a daily basis to be discredited, that's not good. Give Calvin Ford, give Derek James, give Bivol's trainer, give these guys the credit they deserve. You know what I'm saying? I won't get my credit till I get me a world champion, but that's okay. I'm on my way.
You know, it's real, you know, honorable, because, you know, fans, you know, they're fickle and they don't, but, you know, the fact that, you know, they would assume Calvin Ford won't come out your mouth, Bill Haney won't come out your mouth.
I'm nowhere near a hater, bro. I'm a realist.
But the fact that, you know, that's a lot of, like, you know, admiration and respect.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, you guys have fighters that fight each other, but,
Absolutely.
but there's a deeper respect amongst.
Like I said about principle, like I said about morals, like I said about code, like I said, the number one thing in the world any way is respect. If you cannot respect your peers, you cannot respect your people that you're gonna go up against, that's where you fuck up at. If you have no respect for them, you're gonna lose. You already lost the battle. You know what I'm saying?
Now, you know, when it comes to obviously training, you know, I just have to get your insight. You know, some people might say it's like a blessing that it's not on the mind at the moment, or it could be a distraction, but, you know, that they announced, you know, news reports that, you know, Tank pleaded guilty. Does that add like a distraction for him going to the Ryan Garcia fight, or is that just more a motivation?
Honestly, when you come from where guys like Tank come from, or Rolly, or myself, when we're supposed to lose and we're already winning, that ain't nothing but an extra motivation and extra focus to prove everybody wrong. So I think with him pleading guilty, taking whatever deal is best for him, he's a grown man. I think he could cover his end of the bargain. And I think it's, like you said, it's just way more motivation. It's way more, okay, shit. They try to count me out. They try to do this, da-da-da-da. You know, he's taking responsibility for his actions. That's another kudos to him. But it's just more motivation.
You know, when we seen these things, kind of like when Floyd fought Cotto, you know, it was a very good, tough, you know, one of the tougher fights that Floyd had.
Yeah.
You know, but he obviously shined at the end,
Yes.
almost stopped Cotto, things like that.
Yeah.
Is that Ryan Garcia and Tank kind of reminiscing to like it's going to be more like a tactical slugfest, or is it going to be more?
For me, it's a intangible situation. Heart, will, guts, desire to win. That's what it's gonna be. Like I said, Tank has proven himself on championship levels. Ryan, high skill, high speed, very talented, good amateur background. On the world scale, is yet to be seen. And if this is what's gonna motivate him, then we do have a great fight in our hands. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's gonna come down to the intangibles. It's not about speed, it's not about power, it's not about none of that shit. It's gonna be about all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So the heart, the will, man, the mental toughness, mental fortitude, you know, it's gonna be one of them, you know what I'm saying, 50-50, if some people may call it, but if I'm not betting on that fight.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
But you'll be at the fight, though.
I'll be at the fight for sure. I'm not betting on it, but if I were to pick someone, I would pick Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? Just because of, you know, the dog that's in him, the experience, the levels that he's been. He's faced many good quality opponents. Even in Rolly, that was supposed to be the guy that dethroned him, and he survived us. So I give him a lot of credit for that.
You know, and lastly, just asking, you know, obviously the World Championship fight coming up at 140. You know, how's Rolly? How's everything going with that?
Man, he's very motivated. We training hard. He's actually ahead of the game right now. We got to try to slow him down. I just feel like he knows that this opportunity cannot be one that slips through his fingertips. So with that being said, he's very cautious of a lot of things. The way he moves, you know, his bedtime. You know, he's a lot more disciplined he's been for any fight. And we haven't started camp yet. So you guys are gonna see a completely different mindset Rolly. He's gonna be more on his jab and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna give you guys a game plan full-fledged, but you're gonna see a part of Rolly that people don't know that he has. And they kind of saw a little glimpse of it, you know, him throwing his jabbing, moving, but you know, as you get older and more mature in the sport of boxing, sometimes you learn that a unanimous decision is just as gratifying as a brutal knockout. You know, and I think that's just a transition period that we're in right now. If it comes, it comes. You know what I'm saying? And if it don't, it don't. We win by decision, and I hope he's happy in the spirit if he could win by decision, and or by the knockout. But I'm trying to base more on the distance, like I've been telling him when he fought Avery Sparrow. If you learn that jab and if you believe in that jab and love that jab and moving, then everything's gonna come easy to you. Well, not easy, sorry, easier. It's nothing easy in that square circle. What's up, boss? How you doing?
What's up?
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So this fight is gonna be a blockbuster because Plea, he's not a walk in the park. He's very high skill. He's a southpaw again, long. So, you know, that range and that distance is something you guys always gotta, like, you know, factor in, you know. And then it's our first fight at 140, like I said, and it's just gonna be be more explosive, of course, because he has the extra weight on him, but we still gotta make those adjustments to the height and to the strength of the opponent.
Well, I appreciate the time as always, and just any last messages if they want to get an update.
Y'all know what it is, Beast Boxing International, and for all you guys out there that's training coming up, don't go by the regular. Fuck popular demand and what that people believe. Do your own thing, make your own way, and believe in yourself. Beast Boxing International, baby. Coach Bullet.
Awesome, appreciate it.
Yes, sir.